Oh, this one moves along. Welcome everybody, this is Shane. I am Shane, glad to be back with you. This is Tom Petty's American Girl. Really fun song and really fairly straight ahead too, so you can't go wrong with Tom Petty. You need tons of Tom Petty in your repertoire, and I think you'll agree this is a really fun one to play. It is fast, as you can hear, and I thought it would be a fun thing to address, and oftentimes, for most of us, until we know better, when you're playing that fast, your right hand's going to want to hit really hard, and it's quite the opposite we're looking for. Let's talk about that a little bit later. But I want to thank you for coming back. This is from Guitar at Work. I am so happy to be here. It's the end of 2023. Holy cow, this will be the last video of 2023. It's been a great year. I want to thank you for subscribing. Hit that subscribe button and then bell notification thingamabob. Also, I will send you to Patreon to grab these sheets, patreon.com/guitaratwork. There's a ton of songs up there. Grab the sheets I'll be referring to the whole time. There's 2 pages for this one, the actual song sheet and then a detailed sheet. Grab those. Ton of them up there. It doesn't have to be a lifelong commitment, but all these play-alongs, you can play along staring at the sheets that I'm referring to, and people tell me it really does help. And we communicate in there and all of that, so when you have questions, let me know. It's been a lot of fun to hear from you. I'll be using the BeatBuddy, as you heard, gladly affiliated with Singular Sound. The BeatBuddy, my favorite thing, and the Aeros Looper down there, both from Singular Sound, wonderful. Proudly affiliated with them. I've been with them a couple of years now, and it's just been wonderful. I've been using their stuff for years and years though. This song, I'm going to assume you know the chords, okay? Like this is D, you're getting E, G's, your A's, that kind of thing. All those are on your detail sheet. If some of those are new to you, you may have to peck away at those. Not too big. Not too big a deal, I'm sure. There's also a really cool little instrumental section we'll talk about in there that you can add. But again, the challenge of this one will be the speed. I'm going to grab a D, this guy here. And really, people will say, what's the right-hand pattern? Well, in this one, it's literally down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's just where you put the accents. There's a lot of songs out there like that. So if I was to do this, just chopping wood, right? If I put these accents in now, you know, I dare say it's a little bit Bo Diddley-ish. I dare say that because I haven't heard anybody treat it that way, but it feels Bo Diddley-ish, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's not obvious because it's kind of, there's so many layers, but it is that kind of a feel. See, your right hand's done nothing but go down, up. I'll call it scrubbing, down. And those accents, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. That's important. If you do nothing else in this video, that's really important. It's going to help you play. Now, as you play faster, your right arm will stiffen up. It's quite the opposite that we want, because when it stiffens up, it starts to hit really hard. That's when bad things happen to good people. Your pick goes flying, whatever the case may be. So gentle, nice loose wrist and whisper strums. And that means that your accents can get up over top of the unaccented ones, right? That's important. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. If I sit on a D chord, slow play along and also a full speed play along at the very end, and play all the way through the song. I'll talk you through the lyrics and all that and the chord changes. That's your basic right hand pattern. I again encourage you to stop tape and really sit and work on that. I'm going to slow it down. The song comes in as fast. It comes in at 230 beats per minute. Here's 230. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. See how frantic that feels? 1, 2, 3, 4. With something that is that fast, it's common to cut it in half. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Instead of that frantic 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Imagine you're tapping your foot like that. That's no fun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then treat it. There we go. But just for this sake, I'm gonna, on the fabulous BeatBuddy here, I'm gonna bring it down to 180, just so we can practice together. Let's get that right hand pattern going. Sit in a D with me, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. D, very important that you can do that. Whoop. I pressed the wrong button. Quiet. 180. Wait a second here. 180. Oh, back up to 180. I hit the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hey. Crisis averted. Now, the chorus D, E, G, A, no problem. In the intro bit, there's some serious layering going on. Lots of guitars going on there, a big wall of sound. On the main acoustic, you're going to hear that first finger coming off of there. Hammer. Hammer. So start with them off. Hammer. Hammer. Now when you do that, it comes off. Hammer. Now still do your upstroke, but you don't hit the guitar. So that keeps your down-up motion in going the correct direction. So 3 and a 4 and a hammer. It helps me to kind of stab at it. Hammer. Like stab. I'm not going all the way through the guitar for the hammer because that might wash it out. If your hammer's not as loud as you want it to be, just keep at it. Make sure you're sure-footed. Get on there, hold the pressure down, and don't hit too hard with your right hand. Good. Now there's a big high guitar way up there. You're going to see on your detail sheet what I'm calling the high D. This guy here. First finger is on the 7th fret. You don't need to do this, but it is kind of neat if you're playing with other people. Even if you're playing alone, it does add that a bit of authenticity. So here's your 7th fret of the G string, 7th fret of your 3rd thinnest string, then your pinky's going to the 10th fret of the high E. Now that pesky B string in the middle, you can just mute it, so it's dead. And 2 X's, so you're going to strum it from the D string on down. And you'll see in my diagram, I've chosen, because if I'm just one guy playing alone, it sounds kind of cool. If I'm just going to bar that first finger, I'm almost picking up, basically it's a full D chord at that point. It's a bit more full, but the guy on the record certainly is standing him up. Playing an octave, it's called. I've written it this way, because if you're playing alone, it's just a bit more lush, right? That's what's going on in the recording, and when I've watched some live versions too, same thing going on there. It's picture perfect every time. Now there's a D, E, G, A. Let's go. For a slow play, because again, there's not much to this guy. I'm going to go D, E, G, A. You're going to see that now, A7, no problem there for you guys. I'll just play it up to and including the first chorus. Okay, the first chorus at reduced speed of 180 beats. So now the intro says D dot 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 dot. It's actually 14 bars. It's actually double that. It's 28 bars, but if you're counting it slow, it's 14. Okay, so I'm gonna count that out loud. That's a good practice for us. So let's get the guy going here. Oh, sitting on D. I'll count to 14. 2, 3, 4, 1. There's 2, 3, 4. I'll go up high. 6, 7, 8. You can stay on D if you want. Down here is fine. 9, 10. Little hammer. 11. 12, 13, 14. Now, first verse, stay under D. E, American Girl. G, A, D, E here. Kept thinking. G. We'll talk about the walk-ups in a sec. A, somewhere else. A7. D, G, E minor, A again, A7 now, here comes the chorus, G, A, alright, D coming, take it easy baby, B minor, should have warned you. G, she was A, there's a D, American Girl. There, so that, okay, just think of that as a slow play along. It's important you can do that before we move on to the full speed one, right? Remember, the beauty of these play-alongs is recovery skills. If you're not playing with other people, you're not learning in real time what to do if the bottom falls out, like if you get lost or whatever the case may be, you have to find your way back in. So playing along is a good thing for sure. And try to keep moving if you've made a mistake. Now some of you are already saying, hey, there's a walk up. I hear a walk up in a song. I'm gonna go D. Here's an E. Every time they go to G without fail, they do that little walk up. And what is that? You're going from E, and I'm gonna play the open E string. I'm gonna leave the E chord, play the open E, low E, second fret, same string, a low E, and then to the G note, the third fret of that low E. Okay, so we say. So in real time, D, E, here it comes. A, promises, here comes again. D, here's an E, walk it. Here's an A. Okay, now remember, the walk up with the chord progression is D, E, G, and A. You're stealing time from the E chord, right? You're stealing time from the previous chord, the E, to get to the G. Make sure you get to the G on time. So you don't start it on beat 1 or you'll be late. So you start it in the E bar in that way. Now it also, when it goes from G to E minor, you'll hear G, E minor. Occasionally it goes to E minor. Just reverse it. Third fret, second fret, and then to the open E. Now those are details, right? You want to be able to play the song just in its simplest form before you start adding those in. Often people will try that. It'll seem hard, so they'll give it up. They think, I can't play the song. I can't play that song. It's too hard. But it's not. That's not the song. That's an ornament within the song. The song is just strumming those basic chords. So you decide what level you're at and proceed. So nothing else scary in there except speed-wise. There's an instrumental bit here. If you look at your detail sheet, after the second chorus, you're going to hear this. You're going to hear. What is that? So third fret, that's the G bracketed. Doesn't mean you have a G shape, just that implies a G. I'm playing it single note, so I'll give you an alternative to that in a second. So here's G, a G note, punctuating. 3, 3, 3. Now 3, 4, 5 that you're seeing, let's get that in front of me here. 3, 4, 5, pick the 3, hammer the 4, hammer the 5. So bum, bum, bum. Let me correct that. 3, 3, 3. Now hammer. There we go. 3, 3, 3. 3, 4, 5. Hammered. Play the 5 again, and then to your 5th fret of the A. Here it is slowly again. Pick once, hammer. Pick it again, and then to the 5th fret of that A string. I've written the fingering. Numbers that are circled on your detail sheet underneath, those are left-hand fingering suggestions. There's other options. I think you'll find that's pretty solid though. Let's do that again. 3. Notice I'm lifting up. Think of it as piano keys. Boom, boom, boom. And then, again, if your hammer-on is not as loud as you want it to be, maybe you're just not getting there. And some people say, I can't, I can't get my finger over like that. If your thumb is up like that, you're doomed, okay? It renders your hand in, it doesn't work. It simply doesn't work because you can't stress. Even with the length of these fingers, I have to have my thumb down low. The thumb over is a good thing sometimes, but not in this case. You want to get that wrist nice and low, and all of a sudden you're using the full length of your fingers in there. One more little item. At the very end of that example, you're going to see 5, 6, 7. On a G string. 5, 6, 7 on your G string there. 5, 6, 7. There we go. So here's the whole idea. That's just a quick little afterthought. I think it's a separate guitar doing that. Just a boom, boom, boom. With the drums on slowly. Three times. Last time you don't do the little you don't go to the D note. Last time you're seeing the 4th time, and then you stay on the A note. So it's 3 of these, 3 of those. The last one is this. That. Of course, you got the little on the first 3. Let me do that slowly. Let's do the entire instrumental section, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. before that. Last one, right here. And we're back to the D at that point. Okay? Back to the D at that point. Now again, that's detail. If you could fatten that up, you could fatten that up. Now, if you're not up to doing that, I completely understand. Just sit it out. Just sit out the instrumental section, and just wait for it to, for the big jam at the end. You could take a full, if you know a full G bar chord, or a power chord even. You could do it that way to fatten it up. G, 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 and then that's an A bar chord, and then to a D, power chord type thing. If you're just one person playing, it kind of fattens it up nicely. So, but again, if you don't know bar chords, you don't want to head into that, maybe that's fine too. Just do the single notes. So how about this? Without further ado, I'm going to bring her back up to 230 beats a minute. How do I know, by the way? People always ask me, how do I know what pattern to choose and all that? If you go to the Sing Your Sound website, in the BeatBuddy menu, under the BeatBuddy menu, you'll see a song matching tool, and click on that, and I type in American Girl, and you'll notice in this one it says Premium Library. So if you have the full version of the BeatBuddy, it's really cool. You can buy, you can add on all these different patterns, and in this case, I think they call it like your most popular cover songs, and Tom Petty, they have an entire folder for Tom Petty. So this song, exactly how he plays it on the record, is programmed in the BeatBuddy. So I'm using that particular pattern. It's fantastic. You can change the parts. I haven't done that because we're stopping and starting like we are, but it's just fantastic. This is in the Tom Petty folder of the BeatBuddy. If you get the premium library, and you'll see it there, American Girl. That's, now, if the song you want is not in that database, they're constantly adding new ones. I think they got a couple of thousand songs in there now, so you're good to go. I'm going to go right from the top here. We're at 230 beats a minute. Play along, have fun with it, and that's, we got 14 bars, or really 28 bars of the intro sitting on D. I'll shout it out, okay? All you got to do is hang on. You can either play a regular D, do the hammer here, don't do the hammer, that's fine too, or you can be up here playing that octave thing. I'll go back and forth, but remember, you can just stay on the D. All right, here we go. Big long intro, 14 bars. I'll get her going. Count you sit on D, do the hammer, or you can go up high. I'll go back and forth. Put 2, D, D. So there's 2, 3, 4. Then go up high. 5, 6, 7. There's 8, 9, 10. There's 11. 12. Going back up. 13. 14 now. First verse. D. E. G. Walk if you can. A. Promises. D. E. Thinking. G. A. Somewhere else. Here's an A7. D. What is a great big world? G. E minor. A. A7. Chorus. G. A. All right. D. B minor. G. A. D. American Girl. Second verse. D again. E was kind of cold that night. G. A on a balcony. D. E. G. A. A7. D. Moment. G. E minor. A. A7. Chorus. G. A. All right. D. B minor. G. She was a D. American Girl. Instrumental. Do what you can. 2 more. Last one. jam at the end. Repeat the last 4 chords over and over again. D, E, G, A, D, E, lock in G. Just gonna do 2 more. E, lock it. Last one. We're fading out. E, G, A. All right. Now they fade on out, but they repeat. Big long jam at the end. D, E, G, A. You'll see that boxed on your sheet there. They repeat out. That is American Girl. Now again, the challenge will be the speed on that. You know what? If you're dead tired after that, you're probably all stiff. So try put your awareness on your right arm. Is it really uncomfortable? Is it stiff? Shouldn't be. It should be loosey goosey. That's why I love throw on a movie and just go. You don't even have to put a chord down. Just get used to that. We'll call it whisper strums. And when the volume gets big and everything, resist the temptation to dig in. Okay, you're not chopping down a tree. Right? That's it. Yeah. Hey, so I want to thank you for coming back. Hit that subscribe button. A little bell notification, all that good YouTube stuff, and I want to thank you for coming back and all your questions and all that. Leave a comment. It really makes a difference. A thumbs up have meant the world here in YouTube. It means everything. Thumbs up, the comments, like and share and all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe though, and hit the bell notification. It'll tell you when new videos have come out. And head to patreon.com/guitaratwork. Grab those, and there's links below in the description that will for the BeatBuddy. You go there, you get use the promo code GAW. That stands for Guitar at Work. GAW10 will get you 10% off. Helps to support the channel. Greatly appreciated. We communicate in Patreon. If you've got one, you have questions, let me know. Happy to help. And we will see you again soon, guys. Have a great one. What the